All right. Hello, everyone. It's been a long, hot minute since we've been together. I apologize for that again. We're just super busy over here doing family stuff, health stuff, all kinds of stuff. Not quite sure why my video is not going though. Try this again. There we go. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the replay. If you don't see that red live box at the top left corner, whichever way that is, you are catching the replay. I appreciate you catching me live. Please chat with me while we're talking and chalking. We are going to go through 8 days of Christmas that will lead us up to July 9th, which is our autumn release, which will contain some autumn stuff, some fall stuff, a little bit of evergreen type stuff. Not evergreen as in the Christmas tree, but evergreen as in like your everyday transfers that you can put up for your home. And seasonal, like Christmas and winter. But I think there's like one winter. And we'll save that for another time. But I was going to do projects with you today. We are going to introduce one of our new transfers and one of our new surfaces that's coming. Hello, Chuck Whitford and Jenny Craft. Thumbs up, give it a heart, give it a share. There's Vicky. Okay, Vicky, I see that you're watching. I was going to tag you, so I don't need to do that anymore. If you guys have fun craft groups that you like to watch lives in, go ahead and give me a share. And let's get us out there. There we go. 8 days of Christmas. We're going to get a couple sprinkles out there and all right, got some sprinkles out there. All right, so say hello. Make sure you say hello. Let's just get that, and there you have it. This is a cute little, I love these little transfers. It says, you put the jingle in my bells. Jingle bells. I will be probably making a cutout for the bells. I just haven't had a chance. And I'll probably do the bells and the in my, so it kind of balances the project. But for now, we're just going to do the transfer as you see it. A surface that we're getting is this acrylic rectangle. It's a 5x7. It does not fit our outside the box frames. Boo-hoo. We're also getting a 9x12. That also does not fit the 9x12 box frames, but it will fit the Aiden and not the London, whichever ones have the backer boards that you can take out, the 9x12. Those are the frames that it will replace. Okay, so you can actually put an acrylic piece instead of a chalkboard or a wood piece. Also, with this, they intended it's going to be like a box frame, and it's going to have two little like metal clips that you'll clip this into. It won't rotate like our flip sign, but it'll hold it in place with 2 little metal clips. So that's coming. That will be available to you July 9th. We weren't able to get them as of yet because they weren't released. Okay, so you're going to take it out of its packaging. Now, whenever you get acrylic pieces, whether you order these online or through Chalkin, it always comes with some kind of a protective sheet, and they're never easy to get off. So if anyone has any tricks to that, please share. Okay, so we're going to take this side off. Carefully, you don't want to scratch it. All right, and then we got to get this. It's on both sides. I don't want to use like a metal pick. I don't know. Let's see. Here's our detail tool. Let's see if that could pick it up. I just don't want to scratch anything, you know? Yeah, that's not getting under it. Let's see if our paste scraper can get under there, or at least start it. Yeah, see, I just don't want to scratch anything. So let's just go ahead and work our nail under there. Eventually we'll get it. If anyone has tips on how to get these darn little pieces of layers off. Okay, I got the corner, and then you can pull back. Okay, so can you see how opaque that is? So they put a layer, you know, a protective sheet on both sides, right? And then watch when we take that off. You get a very clear piece of acrylic, which is so nice. Okay, remember, this is going to go in new frames that are coming July 9th. Okay, but for now, I also brought out our board and base because it comes with that base. We also have the shoot, what is it called, the penance base or something like that. It's the 16-inch, and I cut mine down in pieces. You can always stick it, you know, if you cut that down, you can always stick it in that. I find that long 16-inch piece one, they're very light. They're very, very light. So anything you put in there is kind of heavy. So here's like a double. So I guess if you cut it down to 7 inches wide, which I have in the past, not quite sure where they're all at, I'm totally gonna just take apart my creative space here soon and rearrange so that I can find stuff. But anyways, you could use those to hold it up, or you could use the base from the board and base. I know if you have these in your house and you want to switch up your decor, just take out your chalkboard and stick in your acrylic piece. Okay, for now, we're just gonna play with that. Let's see. I'm going to, nope, that's not it. I'm going to lay it on our fuzzing cloth so we kind of don't lose it, right? Kind of just disappears on that chalk mat. Okay. If you would like to be notified every day that I go live, so for the next seven more days, we're going to talk about the 8 days of Christmas. We're going to do a Christmas project every day. Go ahead and text the word chalk to 513-717-5533, and then you'll get an automatic text like all of my text subscribers just got when I go live, so you don't miss it. Because I don't know, is your Facebook, you know, is your notifications always on time? No, mine are not. I get things like 2 days later. So, all right, this is my Jingle Bells. My Jingle Bells. All right. Okay, first things first, also, we need to fuzz this guy like nobody's business because we're going to be putting it on a very flat surface. So whenever you're playing with tin or glass or mirror or acrylic, plastic, anything like that, you want to fuzz your transfer like crazy. However, with it being acrylic, we're going to do something fun. So let's go ahead. I'm going to prep the back of it first. So I'm going to grab some white chalk paste, and we're just going to kind of put a little fun background to it. Okay, so I'm just going to glob it in my paste there. All right, and I'm not going to cover the whole thing, but we definitely want a good portion of it, right? With some fun strokes there. And you can go opposite if you want. Give it kind of like a crosshatch look to it, okay? I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, so then when you flip it, you'll get that white background, okay? So we need to let that dry. I'm gonna grab I took my quick dry tool upstairs, so I'm gonna make this all the way cool. I'm just gonna put it on low, and we're gonna get this dried up. We won't chalk on this side anymore. We're just gonna do this little background look to it. We have some fun mediums coming out. We have some, we partnered with Dixie Belle, and we got some voodoo stuff, voodoo products. I've never used them, so I'm excited to try those. And we have a sealer. We will have something called sea spray. I think it gives it texture. And then we're going to have something that makes our stuff crackle. Now, I've bought crackle stuff before from another company. I think it was from another company anyway. And I like it. I love crackling stuff. Okay, that's nice and dry. All right, let's get started. We can flip that over. Actually, let's put that aside for a moment. Let's go ahead and fuzz our transfer. So we're going to take our fuzzing cloth, take your transfer from your backer sheet. Save your backer sheet, guys. Gotta save it. And then we're just going to pick it up, rub it down, pick it up, move it around. And what we're doing is we're dulling that adhesive. You'll never be able to take all that adhesive off unless you were to forget about it in a bath of hot water. Then eventually it does disintegrate. So don't do that. Don't ask me how I know that. Yeah, so we're gonna just go ahead and fuzz it. The fuzziness will come back. The adhesive does come back strong once we get it nice and clean. Okay, let's see how that is. I would not suggest waxing your acrylic. Number one, I don't know that it would really stick to it because you're going to try to buff it off. And then number two, I think it would dull the acrylic. So I don't think we want to do that. So that's why you want to really fuzz your transfer well. Okay, let's get our acrylic piece, and we're going to center it on there. Okay, and I'm just going to take a peek, see how we did with centering. Make sure it's not lopsided, which it is, just a tinge. Sometimes it's the transfer. Sometimes they're not truly cut to a rectangle. So it's not always your fault. So just keep that in mind. So we're just gonna kind of move it back and forth. Okay, let's start out and do that again, guys. gonna start from the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna widen it here. And then we're gonna kind of just let it roll. Okay, I think we're good. It might be over a little bit to the one side, but that's okay. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and press that down. Make sure it's nice and flat. You don't want to feel any ripples. You don't want to feel any bumps, like you know, like a little piece of thread or a little bump of dried paste or anything like that. Okay, flatten that bad boy out. And now we come to the fun part. So I brought out, do you remember when we had Disco as our color of the month? By the way, our color of the month now is Orion. It's a nice dark purple, a little bit darker than the Regal that just released or will release. And it has colored flakes of shimmer in it. So it looks like the Aurora Borealis. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Anyways, Disco, we're gonna make our bells. So we're just gonna take a squeegee here. I'm gonna go all the way around the bells. I'm just spreading it. We wanna stay on this transfer material. If you should happen to go off, it's okay. It's water soluble. Especially it's all good on your chalkboard surfaces and your smooth surfaces. If you get it on outside the area on like cloth or wood, that has more of a grain to it or more texture to it, so that's going to be a little more difficult getting it out of. So just really concentrate on trying to stay, you know, like you're coloring, stay within the lines, right? All right, so there's our bells. Let's do the little swirly parts too here, and I'm going to do the bottom one first. And then we're going to do the in my, and then we'll finish the top one, just so that we don't run into the colors here. All right, make sure you get all your excess off. All right, now these shimmers, they stay wet a little bit longer, so we're going to try to really keep going at a quick pace here. I'm going to grab my cherry, and I think I'm going to do, we're going to do our bow and cherry. Okay, let's just take that excess off. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do jingle bells in our cherry. Okay, trying to work quickly here. We could probably do the pull and paste and pull technique, which means you're going to paste sections and then you kind of pull up where you've done so that it dries on our surface and not in the silk screen. Because when it dries in your silk screen, that means it's not sticking to your surface. And we really want it to stick to the surface. Okay, so let me go ahead and get everything nice and removed here. Get all that excess off. Oops, I hit that bell part. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and pull some of that up. Actually, I'm just gonna quickly. Whew, that's hard to say. Let's get our black. I'm gonna do, you put the, careful where you're putting your colors. Okay, in my, so you could see why I didn't really want to close that in my in, because I don't want to, I don't want to hit it with my disco. Okay, so let's get that excess off. Okay, I'm trying to smooth out those lines. All right, and then let's finish up the little squigglies over here. So as we go ahead and I show you these designs, if there are some you really want and you want to make sure that you get them, let me know and I can get those pre-ordered for you. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to peel it. We're kind of centered off here. I'm going to put it back down right over here. That kind of dried up a little bit on me. Let's see if I can push some more. Oops, I just went into the black. Let's go ahead and get that off and then we'll fix that part. And the bells kind of got stuck. My gosh, I love it though. Oh my. What we're going to do is we're going to wash up that transfer and we'll fix a couple spots. So we're going to fix a little bit of that, the bells, and we're going to fix a little bit of the bottom of that in my. Otherwise, isn't that adorable? I love it. I kind of really like working with acrylic. It's something different, you know? And what would be fun is you could put this, I'm gonna try something like, have you ever heard of floating frames where it's like two pieces of glass and you put something in between it? I thought it would be fun to do this with like, without this white background, put like a design like this on top of another one, but have the background be like a pattern. I think that would be kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and get that dry. We'll wash up the transfer. And fix a couple spots. And what's nice is on this acrylic, you can change this out anytime you like as well. Okay, because it's that soft surface or that smooth surface, it can be washed off with just water. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's put that aside. Let's bring our transfer over. Now, normally at home, when I'm crafting, I would be in my kitchen most likely, or I could go to my sink, and I would be able to just run this under the water and wash it off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get it wet. I'm gonna bring something over to my desk. I'm gonna show you how another thing I use to wash. Let me grab it. this used to be when our kids used to play sports. It was one of those rags that you get wet and you would put around their neck, because our kids would, I mean, it would be close to 100, or it would be in the 90s when they were doing tryouts for soccer and all that at school and for their travel teams. So I instead of throwing them out, I discovered one day that our transfers don't stick to it. All right, so I have our board erasers. First, I'm going to take a wipe. I'm going to take the majority of that off. Okay, just any of that paste that's sitting on top, I'll wipe right off. And I'll turn it over. I'll give the back a wipe too. That gets it out of the screen on both sides of the transfer. Okay, throw that out. Okay, and then I'm going to take my board eraser, give it a nice scrub. Some chalk colors will stain the transfers, but it's okay. It does not affect the transfer at all. Just discolors it. Okay, turn it over and give it a little squirt of water. And we're just going to kind of wipe it. You can see it really takes the staining out of that mesh when I do it this way. Okay. All right, you can even, so this has kind of like a textured side to it. You could see that this is well loved and well used. I use it a lot. Okay. If you want to go over it again, you can. But it also keeps it from being like sopping wet. All right, another go over with our wipe. Okay. What did I do with my paper towels? You can just kind of let it air dry. You can pick it up and wave it in the air. If you're trying to make things go a lot quicker, just give it a quick brush over. Same thing then on the other side. Get all the moisture off. You don't want to put a wet transfer back on to your project, okay, because it will pull it up. Put that there. You'll see I'm waving it like crazy. It is sticky as all get out, guys. So we need to re-fuzz. Our transfers are reusable. So you can go from project to project to project and really kick out a ton of these. If you sell finished goods at craft markets, or if you're making gifts for everyone in the family, which I have done before. Okay, a couple more times here. Okay, let's bring that back over. Does anybody have any questions? All right, so we're gonna fix this little part down here. Although it looks pretty good, I guess. We'll go over it a little again, and I think I want to go over the bells and maybe the, actually, if you look at the transfer, they put little pieces, little dots of the transfer material. So I'm going to see if I actually have to redo this, because that is part of the transfer. I might have missed a little bit on the outside there. Although it's kind of a thin line. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's Let's see if we can line it up. If we can line it up real good, then I'll go ahead and go over it. And I'm just going to lightly tap that down. Okay. Because we don't want to pull it back up. That's one thing we don't want to do. Okay, let's just go over this again. Sometimes now, when you go over something a second time, it does tend to want to pull up, especially when you don't wax it. So, and I don't want to wax this. So we're going to see what actually happens here. If it pulls it up or if it stays put. We'll pull it up gently. All right, there's that. I'm going to go over my bow again because I feel like I didn't do a good job the first time. Okay. And I think let's just pull this up nice and gently. There we go. Much better. Much better. And now I'm going to bring it to this corner. Line it up. Could be the silver too. It could be the disco, just kind of not showing up over the white. Could be the fact that it's sat a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right, now we're going to pull this off. Yeah, much better, guys, much better. All right, let's get that dry. This is so cute. I can't wait for that frame on the knife. Cannot wait. All right. You put the jingle in my bells. Let's bring it over this way. What do you guys think? So cute. Let's go ahead and do that same transfer on our black board and base. Okay, put that over there. We're going to see what the difference is versus like a white background versus a black background. We also have our palette boards that you can do it on. Those are the white wood. We have so many different surfaces for you guys to use. All right, so we don't need that anymore. So if you were to use just this, you could put it in like that. All right, let's go ahead and, since we fuzz this, I'm just going to go ahead and put this down. Now, also, when you're using your board and base, you have to give yourself a little bit of room on the bottom. Okay, because it goes into that little channel. Let's see, is that straight? I think pretty much straight. Okay, let's rub that down. We want to make sure it's flat against our surface. All right, we're going to use the same colors. Of course, we can't use black, so wherever we use black, we'll use white. All right, let's go ahead and do our bow. Okay, put whatever excess back. You want to press hard to get that excess off. Okay. All right. Let's do our bells. That just got real messy, so I'm going to grab a clean one here. Grab some more. Those little sparkle lines, the little bursts of sparkle. All right, let's get off our excess. Put it back in your jars for your next fabulous project. All right, let's do you put the, right? Because we're changing the words over to white because we're on a black board. And I love white on any black surface. Actually, white is really good on any surface, any darkish color surface. Watch you don't hit that red. Sometimes you'll grab it and then you're spreading it all over. Okay. Okay, I want to make sure I hit the tops of those letters. All right. I am going to go ahead and do a peel. Look at that. So far, so good. Oh, you guys also, they've changed our surfaces on our black chalkboards and our white chalkboards. They are now very smooth, and you don't have all those little bumps. So that's amazing. So let's get this dry. Okay, we're going to roll this back down. Just press down what we have yet to chalk. So just up to the jingle. Okay. All right. Jingle bells, we're going to do the red again. And I'm comfortable pulling towards me. So that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it over here though, so I don't get any further than I need to. Okay, pulling it. That gets off all your excess at the same time of chalking. Then we can come over here. Okay, pull. Avoiding that little area here. Okay, take off my excess. I'm gonna take my time around here. Get off excess. Make sure you're hitting the tops of those letters. I always seem to miss one. Okay. All right, excess back. Now we're going to do these guys. So let's get that silver or disco. If you guys have disco, use it this Christmas. You can even use it for Halloween, I would think. That'll look great. I hope they actually bring it into their regular line. They brought Nominee, which used to be a color of the month. So I hope they bring the Disco, because that would be good. Okay, white. I'm gonna try not to put too much out there because sometimes these bigger squeegees in a small space just don't work. So let's get a teeny weeny little thing that we've cut. Okay, perfect. And then last, one more little spot with the silver or the Disco. Get all that excess off. Try not to hit that white. All right, now we're gonna fill up the rest. There you have it. You put the jingle in my bells. Missed a little bit of that G. See, I told you I always miss a little bit. That's all right. We'll get it dry. Cherry dries a little bit darker on your dark surfaces. I think it looks better on a light surface, of course, or white. Okay, let's bring that back. I'm going to just try to line up that G. Whenever you put a use transfer back on your project, check the back and make sure you don't have anything that could have seeped through. All right, we're going to line it up down here first, I think. Let's try to anyway. Okay, I keep sticking to myself here. So let's just find where we are here. It's a little more difficult on a darker surface. I'm going to do that little bit on the top there. Hopefully we lined it up just right. Just a little bit up there. I think I hit a little bit under here. All right, let's try and see. Gently, we're gonna pick that up. Yay, we lined that up pretty well, friends. Okay, let's get it dry again, then we'll put it in our stand. So remember, we're gonna lose a good portion of the bottom of this. So when you put it in your base, then it looks like it's totally centered on the board. Let's get this dried up for you. Today's day 1 of 8 days of Christmas, so we're going to do this till July 8th. And then come July 9th, you will be able to buy your own. Like I said, if there's, as we go along, if you want to make a list, I do have a wish list that I can share with you guys. If you would like a wish list, it'll be in a PDF form. Go ahead and comment wish, and I'll get that to you. So here you got this one. And ta-da! Which one do you like best, guys? Acrylic or our board and base? My gosh, I love them. Hey there, Jennifer. So you put the jingle in my bells. This is on our board and base, and here it is on our new 5x7 acrylic rectangle that will be available on July 9th. All right, guys.